Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our SPC volleyball broadcast. I'm Henry Callahan, and today I'm joined with David Riley. Today's a good competition, facing another tough team on SPC's extreme strength schedule. Eastlake is ranked 69th in the state. They're led by players such as Brielle Taylor, Britton Taylor, and Madeline Moog, who are each top 3 in kills. Britton Taylor is first with 110. How do you feel about today's matchup, David?
Yeah, we definitely play a great team today, and it'll be a very interesting match to watch. Although the Barons are 6-13, they've shown incredible fight just against all these tough teams. They've tried to keep it close. It's just outmatched in some of these matches against these top teams. But the SPC has great players also. We're led by Phoebe Ermentinger with 101 kills. Abby Parker leads us in blocks with 42. And in digs, Gianna Shelton with a great number of 91 digs. But we have a great team. I mean, this is a great matchup, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Like we both said, SPC is facing a ton of good ranked teams in the state. This isn't only having them in a bad position because they're losing, but it's actually having them in a good position. Playing this good of competition is it's not only it's just only getting you better, right? It's gonna make them get better. And like Matthew said in our first broadcast, iron sharpens iron, and that's exactly what's happening with this SPC team. But it's no secret to anyone that SPC is playing pretty good against these teams. For being top-ranked teams, SPC is definitely holding their own, and that's one of the reasons why I think SPC could take the game tonight. What do you think, David?
Yeah, like you say, iron sharpens iron. We play great teams. It's a matter of hanging in there, keep fighting, keep going. But, I mean, I really like our chances to keep it close and maybe pull out a win tonight. You know, we have a great team, great starting players. I mean, we have talent on our team. It's not just them, it's us too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, number 14, that'll be Sydney Price starting the game off for Eastlake. They'll be serving first. It's gathered by Jocelyn, goes over the net, and tipped over easily by Lucy Mondock. That'll be the first point of the game.
Yeah, great serve there. Just great block also by Lucy, just to tip it right back where they aren't.
Claire Altoff receives. It's set up to Abby Parker to Phoebe Ermentinger. She'll tip it over. Set up for number 11. That'll be Britton Taylor. She'll spike it over. Add another point to the Eagles scoreboard. That'll be 2-0. Sydney Price still serving her.
Yeah, just watching in warm-ups, like they all had like really hard spikes. It'll be tough for SPC to handle, but let's see how they hang in there.
Ball's up. Gathered by Claire Altoff. Saved by Jocelyn Russo. Miscommunication there by Phoebe Ermentinger and Abby Parker up front. That'll add another point to Eastlake scoreboard. That'll make it 3-0. 3 consecutive points here for Eastlake.
Yeah, that's things you just can't have happen just if you want to win this match. You can't have miscommunication. We have to, it's just every point you have to treat as the most important point. It has to be crucial. You have to go for every point.
Great spike there by Phoebe Ermentinger. It was received by number, who was that? Number 13, I'm sorry, Madeline Moog.
Barons with another point there. 3-1.
First point of the game there. First point of the game.
Oh,
it's 3-1.
Oh, 3-1, yeah.
Yeah.
3-1 on the scoreboard now. Let's see how it goes.
Gianna Shelton, really good volleyball player here. She'll serve it up and hopefully get the Barons lead. Ball's over. It's hit by the libero. Gianna sets it up for Abby. Straight to Claire Altoff. She'll spike it, and that is right in the donut. Great spike there by Claire Altoff. That'll make it 3-2.
Claire Altoff with beautiful spike, Claire. That was great.
Gianna still serving it up for the Barons. Ball's up. And that is too far. Inches out of bounds there on that serve. That'll help the Eagles to take a 4-2 lead. SPC playing pretty good offensively in this game. What are you seeing, David?
Yeah, I'm seeing just good balanced offense. Just it's hard to defend these spikes from Eastlake, which are very tough to handle. But that's something we're going to have to be able to do if we want to win this game.
Olivia LaRosso tried to bump it there to receive the serve, but wasn't able to get a clean hit on it. Ended up going out of bounds. Make it that 5-2 Eagles. And number 6, Lacey Hayes, still serving her. Good save there by Kaylee Olson. Number 8, JoJo Wheaton. Hit it over just right where SPC defenders were.
Yeah, great tip, just right in front of the Barons players, the Barons front, just to drop in for a point.
Abby Parker sets it up to Claire Altoff. Miscommunication between her and Phoebe Ermentingers, but she'll get it over on the bump. Number 4, Allison Schrottenberger for the Eagles. Tipped it over there. Wasn't enough for Phoebe Ermentinger to handle. Guess she got a bit of a misread on that ball. Number 4 for the Eagles, Ashlyn Schrottenberger again goes up top and just hits it right over Abby Parker. Too small of a presence in the front there to be able to handle that. So, David, something I think that's notable with these two teams in this matchup today is East Lake lost to Palm Harbor in 4 sets. Palm Harbor being a top 50 team in the state, and SPC lost to Palm Harbor in 3 sets to the Miley Corbett-led Palm Harbor Hurricanes. So, what kind of things do you see in that kind of stat there?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another reason SPC has a chance. SPC can win this game. Obviously, Eastlake doesn't have Miley Corbett, so big relief for the Barons. So, I mean, we have a chance, but also just from this game so far, this Eastlake front, what they're doing is they're having a great job of sort of just tricking SPC. They're going up, looking like they're going to spike it hard, but they're just tipping it back over in between the two, the front and back row, just to drop it in for a point. That's
on that serve there, number 6, Lacey Hayes, straight to Olivia LaRosa. Looks like she got a bit of a tip there on it. Went out of bounds. That'll make it 9-2 Eagles. Kaylee served straight to Kaylee Olson there. Dove on the ground to kind of get a pancake there. Wasn't able to get the ball up in the air. 10-2 Eagles. Good hit there by Olivia LaRosa. Spike by Kaylee Olson. That'll get over. And a bit of a misread on that ball by the Eastlake defenders. Make that 10-3 Eagles. Phoebe Ermentinger here to hopefully get SPC in a position to take this game over.
Arlo Barrow.
There we go. Bad
Barrow.
hit on that ball by number 11. That'll be Britton Taylor. One of the best on their team, actually. Try to get it with one hand. Went out of bounds. Number 13, Madeline Moog, tried to save it. Wasn't able to.
Kaylee Sabota checked in for Arlo Barrow, Olivia LaRosa.
Britton Taylor with a very powerful spike there. Wasn't enough for the SPC front line to handle. That was a really good spike there, David.
Yeah.
Number 8 will take over serving. That'll be JoJo Wheaton. Gianna Shelton sets it up for Abby Parker. Claire Altoff sets it over. Number 6, the libero, Lacey Hayes, gathers it.
Ooh.
Spiked over by number 13, Madeline Moog. All these spikes today have been extremely powerful, David.
Yeah, very powerful, and I think that comes with they have some great height on their team. Looking at this roster now, they have 3 players 6 foot or higher, 2 6-footers and 1 6'1", and 13 Madeline Mogg.
Good read there by Olivia LaRosa. Just being able to tell that, but no, I'm not going to hit that ball. That ball's going too far. I don't want to hit that. That's going to cost us a point. And I'm sure that's exactly what she thought there. That'll make it 12-5, and the big CA, Claire Altoff, will take over serving. Set up for, that was number 6, Lacey Hayes that bumped it over there. Kaylee Olson gets up to spike it. That was Britton Taylor. Britton Taylor hits it over, straight to Claire Altoff. Olivia LaRosa bumps it to Kinsley Spoor. She'll spike it over. Set up for number 11, Britton Taylor. Wow. That spike was extremely powerful, David. That was far too much out of bounds.
Yeah, that's like 10 feet out, but extremely powerful spike.
That'll add another point for your Barons. Number 11, bad read on that ball. That'll be Britton Taylor. Ball will go out of bounds, make that 12-7 Eagles.
Yeah,
Claire Altoff creating some momentum for this Barons team. Hopefully she can keep it going. What do you think, David?
Some great serves from Claire so far. 12-7 now, starting to close the gap. There's another point.
Another good serve there by Claire Altoff. Received by Britton Taylor. Another bad hit on that ball. That ball goes out of bounds. That'll make it 12-8. Barons only down 4.
Claire's got to keep this rolling. This is great so far. Just down by 4 now. After a pretty big lead for Eastlake, starting to cut into it.
Claire's another one of those SPC players you're going to have to look out for. She leads the team with 101 kills. Set up for number 4, Ashlyn Schruttenberg. Kaylee Olsen spikes it over. That's a good hit. Good save there by Lacey Hayes.
Ooh.
And that was spiked over by, who was that, David?
Might have been 14.
14. That'll be Sydney Price.
Yeah.
Hit over right where Barons defenders are not. But that is okay. Your Barons are on a roll. That'll make it 13-8. Number 11, Britton Taylor will take over. Wasn't able to get it over. Hit the net. Give the Barons back that ball.
Barons down by 4 once again. Jocelyn Rooney checking in. She's, as I mentioned last game, has some great serves. She can, she reminds me of just like a role player coming off the bench, just providing a spark.
Absolutely. Same thing happened on that serve that Britton Taylor did. Wasn't able to get it over the net. Hit the top. That'll give the Eagles back the ball, but although she had one good serve, that doesn't take away from the fact what she's done this season. She's an extremely good player, but one of the things I like noticing from her is her just awareness and the way she takes pressure, right? She's extremely calm on the court, and that's something you want from a player.
Yeah, and you could think she'd be overwhelmed just as a freshman on varsity, but no, she's shown she's calm and she knows what she's doing out there.
Absolutely. Number 2, that'll be Lucy Mondock. Wow. Big, powerful serve. Again, like David said in the beginning of this broadcast, they have a pretty big front line there. I think you said a certain height, 5'11" and 6'1" there. That's a
also
pretty big
2
presence.
6-footers.
Kinsley Spore will spike it over, and it is not enough for the Eagles to handle. At a point for the Barons. Kinsley Spore immediately checking out after that good play for Abby Parker, who's an extremely good player, and she happens to lead the team in blocks and digs. Blocks she has 42, and digs she has 101.
Yeah, I mentioned her in pregame. She can really be an impact player. Ooh.
Wow! Lucy Mondock missed the tip over the net. At a point for the Barons. That'll make it 15-12. Barons only down 3. This is a pretty good game so far.
I mean, yeah, this is sort of what we were at last game against Palm Harbor, or Largo, sorry. But, you know, they were tight here around this point in the set, but they just have to keep this going. Can't let it get away from them.
Claire Altoff and Phoebe Ermatinger try and meet number 9, Sydney Willis, up at the top, but she'll tip it over, and that'll add a point for the Eagles, and they will take over serving.
Number 9, Sydney Willis at the line.
Number 9, that'll be Sydney Willis, spiked straight to Jocelyn Rooney, right? Jocelyn Rooney?
Yeah.
Jocelyn Rooney. Wasn't enough for her to handle. Good save by Claire Altoff. Right before hitting the ground, Gianna Shelton will tip it over with a serve, or set straight from Abby Parker. Gathered by Gianna Shelton, set up by Abby Parker, straight to Claire Altoff. She'll tip it over. Number 8, that'll be JoJo Wheaton, able to handle that. Spiked over by, I believe that was number 11, Britton Taylor, right in the corner where Jocelyn was not.
Yeah, this Eastlake team just has had so far a lot of just deep spikes, not are in the right spots for them, but just too far for SPC to reach.
Good save there by Claire Altoff. Set up by Abby Parker for Phoebe Ermatinger. What are they going to call on that one? They called it out. Too far for Phoebe Ermatinger on this one. You know, David, we've been seeing a lot of really athletic, hard spikes today. You know what that kind of reminds me of?
What?
Kind of reminds me of middle school David Raleigh.
Yeah.
Gianna Shelton will hit it over there. Number 9, that'll be Sydney Willis, taps it right over. Good save there by the liberos, Lacey Hayes. Olivia LaRosso. Jocelyn sets it right up for Claire Altoff. She'll spike it over. Wow, number 2, Lucy Mondock. Something she's been doing all game is, like you said, David, acting like she's going to spike it and then just kind of tip it over. That's a very smart play that's clearly been working. So that's something that the Barons need to notice, and they're going to have to adjust to if they want to keep in this game and win. It's currently 20-12, so they have a bit of a ways to come back, but still a lot of volleyball left to play. What do you think, David?
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully the Barons talking in their timeout right now, in their huddle, just about what me and you just mentioned, that soft spike right in between the front line and back line. But SPC down 8 now. They're in it. They've shown they can play with them. It's just a matter of executing and being able to pull it out. Absolutely
going to be a matter of executing for this game. But it's no secret to anyone in this game that they've had extremely good run support, right? Being able to score when they need the points, being able to keep up with them when they're only down by a few. But if you're going to turn the ball over and continue not to play good defense, it's going to be a bit harder for you to, get the ball back and be able to score points.
I have to agree with you there. But if the Barons want to win this game against a ranked team in the state, it happens every sport. In football and basketball, you can't make bad mistakes. You have to be almost perfect if you want to be the good team.
Good save there by Jocelyn, but a bad case of miscommunication there between Olivia LaRosso and that'll be Abby Parker. Again, something you said earlier, something we just absolutely cannot have. Claire Altoff sets it up for Abby Parker. She'll set it to Phoebe Ermatinger. She'll set it, tip it right over. That'll be Britton Taylor on the spike, right in the donut. Donut, a term that I learned, actually David and I learned a couple days ago by star player Claire Altoff. Number 9 continues to serve. That'll be Sydney Willis. Abby Parker again sets it up for, that'll be Gianna Shelton this time. She'll spike it over. 11. Britton.
Oh, great save.
Good spike there, but it was luckily saved by Jocelyn. Claire Altoff, I'm sorry, fumbling my words there. Claire Altoff tries to hit it over, but again, that big presence taking action for Eastlake.
Yeah, great spike there, but number 2 it was Lucy Mondoc, the 5'11", just able to block that beautifully and put it right in front of the players.
Claire Altoff had a good save there. Went straight to Olivia LaRosa. She headed to the front line. Abby Parker could not get it over. Went straight into the net. That'll make it 24-12. That'll be game point for the Eagles. Willis serves, ball's over. Bad read on that ball by Claire Altoff. Tried to let it go. Thought it was going to go out of bounds. Definitely did not. Right in the right corner. That was a pretty good first set, in all fairness, although they did score 12 points. In my opinion, that was a pretty good set. It looked good. And again, I think they just need to adjust to what's going to happen with that big front there. And obviously that fake spike where they just tip it over. It goes right in the donut. So a couple adjustments. Overall, I think they played good that set. What do you think, David?
Yeah, so obviously that just fake spike, just a little tap over to place it right in the spot. I mean, you can tell that's something they take a lot of time practicing and just really that's what they practice. You can tell. That's like their main way of getting points, it seems. But it takes a matter of adjustment from SPC's standpoint. You have to adjust away because they've got so many points off that. You have to have someone move up in that spot or move back from the front line just to stay in that spot. You can't let that happen.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off of what David said, SPC's definitely getting scoring support here on their offense. It's been clear that their offensive game has been far better and exceeded the levels of their defensive game so far. But like you said, adjustments. That's very crucial to this game currently. But something they have to realize is there's so much more volleyball left to be played. They win this set, and they're tied up 1-1, and they're set up for a good rest of the game. I would definitely not be surprised if they not only hold their own in the set, but probably take it. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Compared to how they kind of started off before that timeout was called, they started off extremely well. They started off on fire, and I could definitely see SPC winning this set, especially with players like Phoebe Ermentinger, Claire Altoff, and Abby Parker, who's having all three of them having pretty good games so far, especially Abby Parker. Her ability to stay composed and find the open guy, know where to set the ball, has been really well this game. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. We have great players, great teamwork. It's just a matter of executing. And I believe the score was 15-12 at one point. With
it was, yeah.
Yeah, with Eastlake up, but we ended up losing that set 25-12. But I mean, that was right when I said, we're in this set. This is what happened against Largo last game. We were a few-point game, around 15 or 10 each. But, I mean, it's a matter of hanging in there, which they showed they could do at the start of the set. It's just, I don't know what happens in the second half of the set. They just seem to just let the game get away from them, which allows Eastlake to win the set in a comfortable fashion. Something
that I think is overall worse than them just, losing the set is that they lost the set 25-12, which isn't bad. But at one point, that game was 15-12, right?
Yeah.
So they let Eastlake score 10 unanswered points and eventually win the game. So I think that's something they have to realize. Obviously, keep their heads high, but you gotta if you're not starting off hot, you gotta make sure that you finish off hot. That's far more important than starting off really well. Is finishing strong, and that's something that they should look to do in this set.
Yeah, it's not about how you start; it's about how you finish. It's how you have to keep that intensity level the whole entire game. Crowd getting fired up here. Hopefully can get behind the Barons just to rally and hopefully pull off this set.
I see a star SPC lacrosse player in the stands, Vinny. Not too sure of his last name. I just do know his name is Vinny. Abby Parker here with the serve. She'll get it over, and that is too far. First points go straight to Eastlake. Number 14, that'll be Sydney Price for the Eagles. Will take over serving. It's gathered by Jocelyn. Set up to Jocelyn on the left side. She'll spike it over. Number 6, I don't know what she's doing there. Lacey Hayes. She received it and then hit it again. I guess
her teammates were coming over to help her, but the second hit, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
What made her?
Guess it was a bit of bad miscommunication. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like to see that happen. Not on our side, though. Jonna Shelton for your Barons. Set up to Britton. Phoebe Ermentinger sets it for Olivia LaRosa. Again. Wow. Britton Taylor again with that spike. Really powerful, David.
Yeah, only at 5'7". I mean, that's a powerful spike, especially with someone in her size. Not one of these. Remember last game, a 6'5" player. Not anything like that, but she is powerful spikes.
SPC loses that point there by a bad read on the ball by Kaylee Olson. Tried to set it up for her teammates. Abby Parker wasn't able to get there in time. Something I've noticed, David, is with Britton Taylor, she's a great offensive player, and it's absolutely no secret to anyone. But on the defensive side of the ball, she looks a bit rusty. She could work on her game. And at the end of the day, offense is going to win you offense is going to win you games, but what's defense going to win you, David?
I mean, defense wins you championships.
Absolutely.
Demonstrated with the Philadelphia Eagles, I say.
Yep, definitely. Set up on the left side for Kaylee Ocean. She'll spike it. Oh, they called it out, though. I feel like that ball could have been a bit reviewed, but, whatever the ref says goes. Received by Kaylee Olson. Jocelyn Russo will bump it out of bounds straight to Kaylee Olson. Handled well by Lacey Hayes. Goes over the net to Russo. Phoebe Ermentinger will tip it over right from Abby Parker. Set up by Kaylee Olson. Olivia LaRusso gets a hit on it very low to the ground. Teammates weren't able to get it up and over the net. That'll make it 6-1 Eagles. Not a good look here.
Yeah, not so far. But going back to what you were saying about number 11, Britton Taylor, looking weak defensively, that's something the Barons have to target. That's something, direct spikes towards her, and hopefully just easier to rally off points.
Right. I definitely agree. Number 4, that'll be Ashlyn Schrotenberg. I'm sorry, that's a pretty hard name to pronounce there, David. Hit it, tipped it right there in the donut. Received by Kaylee Olson. Abby Parker sets it up to her on the left side. She'll hit it right over and add a point to the Barons scoreboard. Wasn't enough for Lacey Hayes to control. That'll hit the ground before she could even get her arms out to hit it, David.
Yeah, Kaylee Olson having a great game. She's had a couple of great spikes to build momentum and win us points.
She's had a few good plays, but she's also had a pretty good amount of bad plays. So just needs to clean that up and look to the future of this game. Britton tries to spike it over the net, but it goes straight in the middle. At another point for your Barons. Phoebe Ermentinger on a roll here. See if she could hopefully create some momentum, being down 4 points. Received by number 14, Sydney Price. Number 4, that'll be Ashlyn Schottenborg again. That hits it over. Kaylee Olson hits it over, and that is way too far. That'll make it 8-3 Eagles. Phoebe Ermentinger subbing out of the game for Kaylee Sabota, I believe.
Yeah, Kaylee coming in here.
Kaylee, that's another one of the freshmen on this team that's extremely calm and composed, and just no secret to anyone that she's having a good year. Extremely crucial to this team.
Definitely.
Abby Parker sets it up for Kaylee Sabota, who we were just talking about. Abby Parker, another setup straight to Kaylee Olson. Wasn't able to get it over the net there. Number 4 and 13, Ashlyn Schottenberg and Madeline Moog. Yes, Madeline Moog.
That was the Barons point there.
That's the Barons point.
Yeah, she hit that over, blocked by number 4, but went out there. So, Barons point.
Oh, thank you for that call out, David. That's good comms there, David. Very good, David. Love to see it out of you.
Appreciate it, Henry.
So, I believe she hit the net, something you're not supposed to do, right, David? The big CA will take over with the serves. Set up to number 4, Ashlyn Schottenberg. She'll tip it over. Kaylee Sabota and Kinsley Sport both go up to try and block it, but looks like they got too many touches on it. Or not too many touches. I think one player just hit it twice.
Yeah, I think Kinsley with a double hit there.
Something here.
But that's, again, that little drop in from the Eastlake players that they practice all the time, it seems.
Bad hit there by Kaylee Olson. Gianna Shelton runs into the lobby. She trying to go to the concessions, David? just jokes. That'll make it 10-4. SPC down 6. Oh. Bad read on that ball by Kinsley Spore. She goes low to try and bump it, but unable to even hit it. Add another point for the Eagles. Kinsley's going to be pretty mad at me today when she listens to this, or tomorrow when she listens to this broadcast.
Yeah, I've been criticizing her a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't too nice of me to say there.
Yeah.
Britton with a hard serve there. Goes too far out of bounds. SPC players read it easily. Let's see who takes over serving here. Daniela Bautista checking in for Kaylee Olson. That's who will take over serve.
Yeah, Daniela, I think her first appearance in this game.
Yeah, first time touching the court.
Yeah. Hopefully provides Barons down by 6. Hopefully close the gap here with her serving.
Close the gap. That's tough. That's tough, David. Oh, let's see if Daniela Bautista can save it. Claire Altoff bumps it over. Great save and great team chemistry there by the Barons.
Oh, it's too far.
And number 4, Ashlyn Schottenberg spikes it far too out of bounds. Great team chem there by the Barons. That'll add another point. Much deserved there. That'll make it 11-6. SPC only down 5.
Yeah, great hustle by Daniela to get back and save that.
Absolutely.
Even though mishit by one of our players.
Great able to gather that ball there by Claire Altoff. Another great save by Claire Altoff. Kinsley Sport dives on the ground to try and save it out of bounds. Was unable to. That was a pretty exciting run there, David. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is what we show. The Barons, they have effort. They want to win. Even though they're playing tough teams. I think I said this last game also. You can get demoralized from playing these teams and not coming out on top. But they still want to win. They still know they can win. They have the talent.
That was a spike, I believe, by number 8. That'll be JoJo Wheaton, I believe. That was touched the net and went over. That'll add a point to the Eagles scoreboard, make it 13-6. Hopefully the Barons will keep their head high. And again, like I said earlier, something that's crucial worth knowing is there's tons more volleyball left to be played.
Yeah,
Gianna Shelton dives on the ground, try and save that ball, bumps it out of bounds. That'll go in the stands, David.
Yeah, right up here at us.
Almost at us. Almost could have been able to save your life on that one, David.
Oh.
Set up by Claire Altoff right to Kaylee Sabota, and again that very tall front line for the Eagles, able to stuff it. Someone calls timeout. I'm not sure who called that.
SPC with the timeout there.
SPC, that'll be
down 15-6.
Third timeout in 2 sets. 15-6, David. How are we looking compared to the first set?
You know, I'd have to say just the front line from the Eastlake is sort of taking over this game, getting blocks on us from our spikes, and just great spikes from them also, and that little drop we've been talking about all game. But, you know, SPC got to stay in it even though. But a trend I've noticed from past couple teams we've played, they all have really tall front lines. Obviously, last game, 6'5", and a couple
Deanna
of 6
Petrov.
Yeah,
Deanna Petrov was a dog last game.
Yeah, she was. Just blocking everything, basically. And also, they had a couple 6-footers, and this team also, a couple 6-footers also. And I don't think, maybe Kinsley's 6 foot, but
I think she is.
Yeah, but we really have nobody else with that stature on their team. Definitely
one of the reasons Kinsley Sport is staying in this game. Compared to other games, she hasn't really got too much play time, but I think Kinsley Sport is going to hold her own today. Over by number 9, that'll be Sydney Willis. Set up to Kaylee Sabota. She hits it over. Set up to number 13, Madeline Moog, received by La Rosa. Set up for number 13 again. That'll be Moog. That spikes it right in front of Olivia La Rosa. This time wasn't enough for her to handle. That'll make it 16-6. SPC down 10. A lot of energy over there on the benches, David. What are we seeing?
Yeah, on our bench and also our crowd, we have the JV volleyball staying to support, and also some baseball players, it seems. Just great support here. Love to see it.
Moog again, straight to Claire Altoff this time. She got a little bump on it, went straight out of bounds. Add another point to the Eagles. That'll be 17-6. Daniela Bautista bumps it right to Kinsley Sport. She'll tip it over. A point for the Barons. Bad hits there by the Eagles. That'll go on top of the net. Not exactly sure how that works, but the referee pointed straight to the Barons' side.
Hit that red pole. Can't hit the red pole.
Oh, that's the red pole. It's the red pole's problem. Red pole. La Rosa taking over to serve. Uh-oh. Mrs. Referee woman. She wasn't ready. She'll still be able to serve, though. Oh, it's 17-7. SPC again down 10. Hopefully they could rally a comeback. Bad hit there by Britton Taylor. That'll add another point to the Barons scoreboard. Make that 17-8. SPC kind of gather and hit a little jiggy at the center of the court.
Yeah, it's great. But Phoebe Ermentinger also taking back in for Kaylee Sabota, hopefully providing a spark. Barons are down big in this set. 18-8 now.
Yeah, you know, bad serve there by Olivia La Rosa. You know, David, something I talked about on last broadcast, and I'll talk about it again. is Hungry Dogs. You know what, David? Finish it. Hungry Dogs.
They run faster, Henry.
Hungry Dogs indeed do run faster. So SPC being down in this one means nothing. If SPC wants it more than this Eastlake Eagles team, then they will come back and they will obtain this set.
I've heard
SPC
some players just today during classes. They want to win this game. You know, they don't want to lay down and just lose. They want to win. They have great.
What they call on that one? Don't tell me they called that one in. That was far out. What? Come on now. Referees looking like the Eagles-Bucks referees this Sunday. Come on now. That was an easy call to make. That was clearly out. Another thing that SPC is going to have to battle against here. Bad read on the ball. Bad bump by Daniela Bautista. Goes straight to Phoebe Ermentinger, who just was not expecting the ball there. She was not able to get it up in the air. Daniela Bautista dives. And she, too, was not able to get it up in the air. Number 13 serving. That'll be Madeline Moog, who's having a pretty good game today, David. She wasn't able to get it over the net on that serve.
Yeah, definitely. She's had some, obviously not able to make that play, but she's had some great plays, especially in the front line. The spikes, blocks she can do. She's done all of that today. So
Jocelyn checking in for Claire Altoff and Abby Parker checking in for the big presence for the Barons, Kinsley Spohr.
Abby showed when she gets rolling on serve, it's hard for her to break.
Absolutely.
That's what we need right now.
One of the key parts of this SPC team. And number 9, Cindy Willis, clearly another big part of East Lake's team. Another one of those powerful, absolutely hard serves. Was not light enough for the Barons to handle on that one. That'll make it 22-9. 3 points away from winning this set. What are you seeing right now, David?
I think SPC is just getting outplayed here. 22-9. They're sort of just taking over this game.
Great spike there by Jocelyn. Was not enough for Eastlake's front line to get up there and block. Glad the SPC Barons have some momentum. I see Kate Lowry down there on the bench yelling. Past 3 games, she hasn't touched the court, David.
Yeah, no, she has, but she creates a...
Yeah, she's a bench player. She creates energy. She creates energy. She's good to cheer on her teammates. Wow, good play there by number 8. That is JoJo Wheaton. Acted like she was going to set it up for her teammate, but hit a little backwards set there, David. Unfortunately, Barons are not able to get the point on that one. That'll make it 23-10. They're down 13. 2 points away from Eastlake to get this second set under their belt. Kaylee Olson receives. Phoebe Ermentinger spikes. Uh-oh, ref's calling something.
Not sure what happened there.
I'm thinking Phoebe Ermentinger might have touched the net on that one.
Oh.
Unfortunately, those are some simple mistakes SPC has to clean up. Game point for the Eagles. What are they calling there? That'll be called out. Kind of looked like it touched the line, but David, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to root against my Barons in this game. That was called out by the referee. That'll make it 24-11. Phoebe Ermentinger taking over, serving. Uh-oh, timeout, Eastlake.
Odd time to take a timeout. Just 1 point away from the set, 24-11.
Maybe they're trying to ice Phoebe Ermentinger, but the thing with that is Phoebe Ermentinger cannot get iced. Phoebe Ermentinger stays warm. She does not get iced. She's again great player. She leads the team. Oh, she doesn't lead the team, but she is top 3. Oh no! She leads the team in kills. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for fumbling my words there, David. Bad luck. She is first on the team with kills with 101. It's a lot, David.
Yeah, I mentioned her in the pregame. She's one of our best players, if not the best player. She's obviously just makes great impacts and helps our team to win.
Absolutely. So, 24-11. Eastlake, it's game point. What do you think's going to happen, David? What do you think?
This is just very hard to come back from 24 to 11. Just 1 point, and then Eastlake gets a set. But you don't back down. We've seen crazy comebacks. Just every sport, it can happen.
Definitely. Phoebe Ermentinger here with the serve. Touches the net, received by number 14. That'll be Sydney Price. Eagles get a point there. That'll finish off that second set. Now, David, now that the second set's over, what did you see in the first set compared to the second set?
Yeah, first set, I think we played better in the first set than the second set. But first set, it was more just losing because of the Eastlake front. Just blocks from our spikes and just great, as you were talking about, those little tap overs from the Eastlake front, just right in between our first and second line. But second set, I think it's more just self-inflicted wounds. Just mishits, miscommunication. I think it's more on us in the second set. But first set, they played better. We have to get back to our first set, what we did there. Obviously, just give us a better chance to win, which I genuinely think we can. But it's just a matter of doing it and executing.
David, your first point there was this Eastlake front line, which I got to agree with. They've been dominant from beginning to end. But, I think, in all honesty, I think the defense played better in the first or in the second set than they did the first. And, that's not a crazy thing to say. And I think the reason, they kind of lost that second set there is because they're beating themselves, honestly. Dumb mistakes is holding them back. Phoebe Ermentinger, great player, but she's gotta know where the net is and just not to hit it. Mistakes with bumps, miscommunications, just unable to get the ball in the air and get it to your teammate to hopefully get some team chem going. And I think that's what they're going to need to do in the third set if they want to win. And a main thing with scoring is definitely serving the ball. Getting points on serves is definitely going to help, and they messed up on a few serves. So, again, those are some of the things I feel that they might have to do in order to win this game.
Yeah, it's just things they can control. Like, as you said, miss serves, but miscommunication, that's a thing you just can't have. Serving, missing serve, that happens every once in a while. But communication is something you can control every single point. And that's what you have to do, especially down 2-0. You can't have any self-inflicted mistakes. That's just – and now down 2-0, I mean, you have to play pretty much perfect if you want to win this.
Absolutely. Again, like we said, it's all about how you finish. And this set is exactly where that matters. And now that they're coming onto the court, looks like they have their heads high. And that's something you're going to need to do. Self-morale is how you stay in the game. Kaylee Sabota doing a great job at cheering her teammates on. Someone we were talking about in the game who makes such a huge impact on this team. And as you can tell right there, it's not only her play style, but the ability to cheer on her teammates. And that's something I absolutely love seeing there. So a great job there by Kaylee Sabota.
Yeah.
And she's not even on the court right now. She was just on there to cheer on her teammates. That's exactly what you want in a player.
Yeah, you love to see that. Just, even down 2-0, it's not looking great. But you can tell, she still has faith you can win.
Yeah, definitely.
Helping out her teammates, cheering them up. They might be down 2-0. That's understandable, but you can't just lay down and let Eastlake have it,
Cleveland LeBron was down 3-1 against the Warriors in the finals one year. And what happened in that finals?
LeBron came back, Game 7. He won that series.
Yep.
That's it. That's finals,
Mm-hmm.
That was what can happen.
Blocked by James. Abby Parker sets it up here to Claire Altoff on the left side. She'll spike it over. Blocked by number 12. That'll be Isabella Pulshipper. And I think this is her first time stepping on the court.
Yeah, I don't think we've mentioned her.
Good spike there by Phoebe Ermentinger. Britton right to Claire Altoff over the net. Abby Parker sets it up in the back row for Gianna Shelton. She'll hit it over, and that is 2-3 far. 2-0 Eagles.
Yeah, something I've seen all game and last game also. Abby Parker just setting up her teammates, putting them in great spots to succeed, just setting them up. As the setter, it's what you need to do. But she does a great job of filling in that role, and she plays that role very well.
Barons need to get their head in the game here. It has been nothing but ugly. So they need to know what they need to do to win, make their adjustments, and take the lead, obtain some momentum. Abby Parker sets it up to Jocelyn Russo. Spikes it with that left hand too far over the net. They need to be composed. Can't have the ball going too far here.
Yeah, this happened, multiple times tonight. Just great setups. They have not an easy spike, but in a good spot for them. But they've hit it way too far multiple times tonight, and that's what I was saying at the set break. You can't have these self-inflicted mistakes. You have to play almost perfect to win this game down 2-0.
Out of bounds, Barons point. That'll be their first point of this for third set. Make that 4-1. Great team chem there in the back. Jocelyn takes over to serve. She gets it over with that powerful left-hand serve. Bunnies there by Gianna. She'll tip it over up top at the block. Britton Taylor tries too hard on that spike. Straight into the net. Wasn't able to get it over. Add a point for your Barons. Make it 4-2. Jocelyn getting that left hand warmed up here. Extremely powerful. Received by Britton. Set up straight to Britton again. I don't know what the SPC front line was doing. That was a pretty predictable.
Yeah, I was thinking between sets, we'd make an adjustment for that small spike we've been seeing all night. But obviously, clearly wide open in that donut right there. We're leaving that wide open.
Britton Taylor didn't even have to do that much to get that point there, David.
Yeah.
Abby Parker sets it up for Phoebe Ermentinger. She'll spike it over, and it's received by number 14, Sydney Prince. Britton Taylor with that really hard serve again. Abby Parker receives. Olivia LaRosso sets it up to Gianna Shelton. She'll hit it over. It's set up for Britton Taylor. Wow. Powerful serve right to Abby Parker. Too much for her to handle. That'll make it 6-2. Bad guys.
You can't let this from the start get away from you. Down 6-2, you can't go down like 15-4, anything like that, and expect to win. You can still, but it's really hard for it to happen.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Abby Parker sets it up for Gianna Shelton, number 15. Kenna Schottenberg tried to block it, but was unable to because of that great hit by Gianna Shelton. She's been showing that off all game.
She has, but Kaylee Sabota checking in again. We were saying between the sets, her cheering up her teammates and bring energy still. Hopefully she brings it on the court with her.
Good. And she just checked in the game, and she's already making a difference here. Sabota with a good block up top. Gianna tips it over. Number 6 sets it up for Britton Taylor again with that spike. Right to the same spot in front of Jocelyn and Abby Parker. Unable for the SPC back row to handle.
You can just tell the hours they put in on their spike, just placing it perfectly, basically every time.
Absolutely. Abby Parker sets it up for Gianna Shelton. And that'll be a point for the Barons. Great hit there. Number 13 and number 15. That'll be Madeline Moog and Kenna Schottenberg. Try to meet at the top and block it. But come on now. That's Gianna Shelton's signature spike. You think anyone's going to block it, David?
Never.
The big CA taking over to serve here. Let's see what she can do. SPC's only down 3 right now. It's 7-4. Set up for number 13. That'll be Moog. She'll spike it right to Olivia LaRosa. Too much for her to handle. That's happened a lot today, David.
Yeah, these spikes just taking over for Eastleigh.
Right.
Down 8-4. Not a terrible deficit, but definitely have to start fighting back.
Definitely can see SPC coming back in this game. Received and gathered by Gianna Shelton. Kinsley Spoor, who just checked into the game, will hit it over. Number 9, that'll be Sydney Willis. Spikes it right over. And number 15, Kenna Schottenberg, who just checked into the game not too long ago and already making a big presence, spiked it over. Claire Altoff tried to get a bump on it. Very low. Went out of bounds, unfortunately, and that'll make it 9-4. Bad guys. Gianna Shelton hits it right to Claire Altoff. She'll spike it over. She'll set it up for Kaylee Sabota. And again, Schrotenberg. Kenna having a great game tonight.
Yeah, I'd also want to point out number 11 for Eastlake, Britton Taylor. Her serves have really impressed me tonight.
Gianna Shelton fires it over the net. Straight to Britton Taylor. Too much for her to handle. Again with that signature spike by Gianna Shelton. Come on, David. I asked you this once. I'll ask you twice. Who can stop that?
Can't be stopped. I mean, that's just such a powerful spike. So much power in it.
Gianna Shelton playing great tonight. No secret to anyone. Set up for Schottenberg. It's the net. And goes out of bounds. They're going to call that Barron's point. That'll definitely get the bench and the crowd all riled up. Give us some momentum. Only down 4. Let's see if Gianna Shelton could help us reclaim a lead. Actually, I don't know if SPC's had a lead in these 3 sets.
I don't think we have. Only down 4, though. We can make it happen.
Bad read on that ball. She did not need to hit that. That'll be Britton Taylor. Number 9, Sydney Willis tries to hit it over the net, and it'll go too far. Out of point for the Barons. That'll make it a 3-point game, David. Yeah. SPC is looking to take this set.
This is the closest we've had it in a while. Just Gianna has to keep it rolling.
You know, David, if I'm being completely honest, I was feeling pretty tired before this 3rd set started. Now I'm not, right? They're playing very well this 3rd set. Unfortunately, that play, they weren't able to get the point. Straight in front of Olivia LaRosa. But that is okay. Gianna Shelton is on a roll, not only with her serves, but with her spikes on the end. Gathered by Olivia LaRosa. That one will go high. Claire Altoff sets it up for Russo. She'll hit it on the opposite side of the court. Out of bounds. Give it the Eagles another point.
Jocelyn just with a miss hit there.
That'll add a point for the Barons, I believe. Give us that serve back.
We've been able to keep this around 4-point. Been down by 4 most of the sets around this time. We have to,
keep our head in the game is what we need to do.
Keep our head in the game. Keep it going.
Olivia LaRosa with the serve there. Set up to number 9, Sydney Willis. Did that ball go out of bounds, David?
Too deep.
Because I think it did. Give us the point. That is a 3-point game.
You can feel the momentum starting to build. Only down by 3 now. Good save there by Britton Taylor. Set up to Phoebe Ermentinger. She'll tip it over. Good save by number 3. That'll be Allie Hayes. Wow. That was a good rally. Good rally on both sides of the ball, David. What'd you see there?
Yeah, great rally. Just spikes going both ways. Great setups. You know, obviously doesn't fall Barron's way. Eastlake with the point. Up 13-9.
What was going on there, David? Looks like Eastlake was barely even trying, but that'll add another point for the Barons. Make it a 3-point game. That'll be 13-10. Number 7, Izzy Auchua Rowland checking into the game for number 13, Madeline Moog. That'll be her first time stepping on the court. Abby Parker, someone who's extremely dominant for this team and someone they definitely need to have to win. Abby Parker. Good save there by Jocelyn. Oh, bad set there by Abby Parker. Tried to get in there, but it kind of came down.
Yes, right there for her. Just wasn't able to get it up, but you see Jocelyn come over to cheer her up. That's what we like to see. Great teamwork. You know, teammates just not putting each other down.
just try, and that's what you need if you want to win this game.
Too far there, number 14 on the serve. That's going to be Sydney Price. A lot of these kind of plays here, David, where the balls go too far out of bounds.
Yeah.
That'll add another point for the Barons. That'll be 14-11. Jocelyn taking over serving with that left hand. Very good server. Jocelyn hits it to Abby. Set up for Phoebe Ermentinger. Britton Taylor spikes it over, received by Jocelyn. Kaylee Olson hits it over. Wow, this is a good rally here. What happened there? What are they going to call? SPC point. The front line for the Eagles. Touched the net. Great rally there, David. It is a 2-point game. This is the closest it's been all set. Actually, all game, I believe.
I believe so.
Abby Parker gathers it. Olivia LaRosa sets it up to Olsen. She'll hit it over. Britton Taylor with that hard spike again. Blocked it! What? What happened there?
Blocked out of bounds there.
They blocked it.
Yeah.
Blocked it up top. I believe that was Phoebe Ermentinger and Kaylee Olsen. Met at the top, blocked it, but unfortunately went out of bounds. 15-12. Hopefully it doesn't end up like last set where they scored 10 unanswered.
Yeah,
Abby Parker sets it up to Gianna for that spike on the left side again. Miscommunication there between Britton Taylor and I believe that is number 14.
Oh, beautiful spike by Phoebe Ermentinger.
Phoebe Ermentinger, a great presence all game and someone that has helped them just stay in the game and make these sets close.
Yeah.
That'll make it 15-13 again. The Barons are only down 2.
This is the point in the second set we talked about. 15-13 around this, but this is where we fell apart last set.
Yeah.
Can't let that happen.
This is where it needs to be a Barons takeover, and Phoebe Ermentinger starting to help that out. Who was that, David? Was that number 6? That was number 6, the libero. That'll be Lacey Hayes. Could not handle that ball. Went out of bounds right into the bleachers. A little bit below us, David. Ball's up. Bad hit on it again. That was Britton Taylor this time. She'll get it over. Received by Jocelyn. Abby Parker sets it up for Gianna's special spike, and it'll go out of bounds. You like that? You like that little pizzazz I put on that special spike?
I like that. That's what I like. I like to hear that.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
Yeah, it does. Gianna just great setup, just not able to execute that spike.
SPC still only down 2. This is a game, David. This is a game.
16-14. This is closest we've seen all night.
Jocelyn. Kaylee! That'll be Kaylee Olson. She'll spike it over, and too much for the Eagles. Front line to handle. Add a point for your Barons. That'll make it 16-15. 1-point game. Claire Altoff checking in for Kaylee Olson, and Kinsley Spohr checking in for Abby Parker. The big CA, Claire Altoff, will take over to serve. Set up for number 13, I believe that is Moogs. Did Claire Altoff get a pancake on that play?
They didn't win that point.
Wasn't able to get the ball up in the air. But that'll still only make it a 2-point game. Barons are still in this.
Only down by 2.
Britton Taylor taking over to serve. Gianna Shelton receives. Claire Altoff sets it up for Kinsley Spohr on the left side. She'll get it over on the hit. Uh-oh. Ooh. Number 15 for the Eagles, Kenna Schottenbauer, and Kaylee Sabota, who actually had a pretty good presence there up top. Met up at the middle and ended up in the Eagles' favor. Gianna will spike it over the net, straight to Britton Taylor. Received by Olivia LaRosa. What
happened there?
Kaylee Sabota, that looked like a clean set. She's looking around at her teammates like, what did I do? Now she's looking at her coach. Doesn't know what she did. I don't know what she did. Teammates don't know what she did. Coaches don't know what she did. David, do you know what she did?
I'm not sure what happened there. Looked like a clean hit to me.
Olivia LaRosa, good save, but too much for Kaylee Olson to handle. Or, I'm sorry, not Kaylee Olson, Kaylee Sabota. It is okay. It is a 5-point game. Britton Taylor with the serve here. Gianna Shelton gathered it. hit that red bar like David was talking about earlier. Timeout called by the Barons. You know, David, something that we saw earlier is late in the game when SPC was actually kind of in it, the Eagles just ended up pulling away. And it's kind of looking like SPC's kind of set up to do the same thing. What are you thinking, David?
Yeah, same situation we were in the second set, around 15-12 or whatever it was. Now Eastlake pulling away the same time they did last set. But Barons have to keep going. We have to make adjustments in this huddle. Hopefully this timeout slows the Eastlake momentum.
Yeah. Couldn't be more right there, David. Heads look low on SPC's side. Something you definitely don't want. But hopefully they could get themselves right back in this game. Britton Taylor back into serve. She's been a dominant presence for the Eagles today.
Yeah, their best server, it seems.
You know what, David? I think I'm going to say it. I think I'm going to say it. Britton Taylor is better than Miley Corbett.
That's a crazy take, Henry. Better
Claire
than Miley
Altoff
Corbett.
sets it up for Gianna Shelton. She'll hit it right over. Number 6, Lacey Hayes was not able to keep up with it. At a point for the Barons. Gianna Shelton taking over serving here. And nothing but good she's done all night, David. What do you think?
Yeah, she's in two ways, serves and spikes. Really just helping the Barons out.
Set up for number 9, Sydney Willis on the end. That ball went out of bounds. At a point for the Barons. That'll be 21-17. Barons only down 4. Like we said, SPC could definitely get back in this game with the help of Gianna Shelton. Looks very bright. Set up for number 13, Madeline Moog. Wasn't able to get it over the net on the hit, and that'll add a point for your Barons. That'll make it 21-18. Eagles only up 3. Here's some noise there in the crowd, David. Too far there for Schottenbar. At a point for the Barons. That'll be 4 straight points for the Barons. That's definitely going to help them keep up with this team. 21-19, only down 2 here. Again, with the help of Gianna Shelton. Things look bright. Set up for number 13, Madeline Mugen. That's a great save low by Gianna. Spiked over by Jocelyn.
Oh.
Number 9, that'll be Sydney Willis. Hits it right over. Ball did hit the net, but still got down right in the donut.
This is the time you have to give it everything you got. You're 3 points away from losing, but you still have a chance to win the set and extend this match.
If you're on the court right now, you have to be giving your 110%. This is crunch time. This is when it matters. Too far on the serve there for the Eagles. At a point for your Barons. They are only down 2. Make that 22-20. Maybe they're kicking it into the gear. Maybe they're realizing, oh shoot, David, we might lose this game if we lose this set.
Yeah, and sitting at 6-13 right now, don't want to extend that losing.
Definitely. Oh, good save there by Phoebe Ermentinger. That'll be La Rosa that hits it over.
Oh.
Right in the donut for number 8, JoJo Wheaton. Acted like she was going to set it up for one of her teammates, but just set it right over the net. That was a pretty good play there, David.
Yeah, fooled the Barons there, expecting a setup for a spike. All of them looking up, but this taps it right over in the donut.
Gathered by Olivia La Rosa. Almost going in the crowd. Good save there by Kinsley Spohr. Yes, number 12, Isabella Pulshipper, who hasn't been in the game much today, tries to spike it over, but goes right in the middle of the net. At a point for your Barons. That'll be 23-21. Only a 2-point difference from these two teams. Claire Altoff subbing it out of the game.
Abby Parker.
Abby Parker going into the game for Kinsley Spohr, looking like they're taking their big presence out of the game.
One of our best servers. This is where we need her.
Absolutely. Set up for Sydney Willis. Good block there by the Barons. Kaylee Olsen just Tips it right over. Is that too far? Tell me that's too far. That is out of bounds, Mrs. Referee. That's a Baron point! Let's go! David, come on now.
Cut the lead to 1.
Add a point for your Barons. Thank you, Mrs. Referee. Great officiating tonight. Absolutely great officiating. You know, I want to point that out, David. You know, we wouldn't be here if it was.
Oh, what?
Never mind. I take what I just said back. Never mind.
What
Mrs. Referee, come on now. Are we serious?
Changed her call.
She's going to make a game point for this Eagles team. But the resilience SPC's shown, hopefully, they're not going to let that happen. Jocelyn gives it to Abby. She'll set it up for Phoebe Yermantinger. Kaylee Olsen will hit it right over.
Oh, missed
Number 12 tries to get a hit on it. That'll be Isabella Pulsiper. Not enough to get it over the net. Give the Barons back our serve and add another point on the scoreboard for your Barons. That'll be 24 to 20. It should be 23, but the scoreboard says 22.
Yeah, took a point back because of the changed call from the ref.
I swear it's been 22. I don't think that's right, David. Gianna Shelton sets it up to Abby Parker. She'll set it for Phoebe Yermantinger. That's a great serve there. Make it a 1-point game. Add a point for your Barons. Make it 24 to 23. Come on.
Barons
Let's go,
showing
David.
their fight here.
Absolutely. The resilience they've been showing all night is just absolutely great. That'll be a timeout called, I believe, by Eastlake. Clapping it up there. Kate Lowry going crazy, standing up for one of the first times. Sorry, Kate Lowry. That was kind of a stray there. But SPC Barons going crazy. That's, again, just great resilience from these Barons. Just their ability to stay in the game late. And definitely not do what they've done in the first 2 sets. Again, like I said, I feel like they realized, oh, shoot, we're going to lose this game if we don't win this set.
Yeah.
And they brought it to a 1-point game. And I think something that's definitely helping them is energy from the crowd.
Yeah, this crowd, especially my guy Bryce Steinman over here. He's been getting hyped all game. You know what,
David? Let's clap it up for Bryce Steinman.
Bryce Steinman.
Great job here by Bryce Steinman, our cameraman. Thank you for all the work tonight, Bryce.
Behind the scenes, you don't see hard work from Bryce there. This is
Jocelyn stepping up to serve. That powerful left-handed player. Let's see what she can do here. She'll get it over right to Britton Taylor. The libero will get it up. Abby Parker sets it up to Phoebe Yermantinger. Good save there by Madeline Moog. That was a great save there by the Eagles. Gianna Shelton spikes it over again. Great save by Moog. Taylor hits it over. Great save by Gianna Shelton. Jocelyn sets it up for Kaylee Olson. She'll spike it. That'll get over. Still good. Great save there by Hill. Oh! No! That'll be the game.
What a rough way to end the game. Great fight from the Barons tonight, though. Can't say enough about the great things they showed tonight.
Wow. You know what, David? That had us up on our feet. That was a great way to end the game, even though they lost. But great resilience, and hopefully they can show that going forward. And that'll be all for the broadcast tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.